Hello mechwarrior Living Legend fans, and welcome to yet another mechwarrior Living Legends commentary. Today I wanted to do it a little bit different because I had a really nice gameplay lately and I wanted to put up the entire gameplay without too much editing, but I still want to do a commentary over it, so I'm going to put it up in episodes. And if you want just the raw gameplay footage without the commentary over it, just put that in the comments and I will also upload it without commentary. So let's begin. So first you can see this is terrain control on Sandblasted with 666 tickets and a 60-minute time limit. I think this was recorded on the Funbox server. And you might already have noticed that I've turned off free aiming because I didn't like it. It was very jumpy. In 0.7 it worked for me, I liked it, but now it's jumping all over the place. I just can't aim, so I've disabled it, but I can still press Alt to have completely free aim, and it's very useful when you're hunting BA, as you will actually see in this video. So I'm not that happy that they've broken that, basically going from 7.0 to 7.1, but they fixed a lot of issues and it's just basically the old one again, so I guess we have to accept it. So another thing is this mech. This is one of the new mechs and this is the first time I use this mech. I actually made a mistake and I thought this one had mask, but it turned out it didn't. And mask would have been really nice in this already fast mech. But I still prefer armor over speed, so the Euler and the Owens are still my preferred starting mechs. And I don't really like they've made them more expensive, because you can't choose the Euler C straight from the start again, and a couple of other light mechs are not really a valid choice anymore just because they're so expensive. You're better off just taking a medium mech. So they've changed a lot of that, going from the older versions to the newer versions. And I would have liked, I don't actually know if the server admins can change the prices on the chassis, but that would be really nice if they can, so they can make some balancement changes on their own. It would also be very fun just to make everything free and just see what happens and what chassis everyone takes. So that would be really interesting. So I've mixed feelings about 7.1 because for me they fixed some things, but they also broke some things. So it's mixed feelings, but it's a better game. There's also some nice gameplay coming up where I use the free aim, and I don't really know if this is the proper way of using the free aim, but I at least killed the battle armor, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm also happy they rolled back some changes they made on the battle armor weapons, because you didn't automatically sell your starting battle armor weapon anymore, and that was a problem for me because I cannot sell my battle armor weapons. I know some more people have that issue, and I searched the forums but I couldn't find a fix, so it's still a problem for me if I select the wrong weapon, but at least they changed that back so I can go battle armor again, because you can't really go BA with autocannon and the PPC or micro heavy laser. In my opinion, you need the PPC and the micro heavy laser to get the most money, and I'm glad that they rolled that one back. Most definitely now I can't use the fetals anymore from the start, so I'm really happy with that. They also made another change, and that is they changed the starting weapon with BA. The new starting weapon is the machine gun, not the autocannon as I said earlier, but the machine gun. And you really do notice the difference, because when you're eject from your mech with your BA, you basically can't do anything at all, because your weapon does next to 0 damage to max. And I can understand why they did that, because it was very annoying that you just kill the mech, the battle armor, the pilot ejects and kills you with his missiles and with a laser, but I feel the laser is pointless now, because in my opinion the micro heavy laser and the PPC are much better weapons, and now you can't take the other weapons in your mech anymore. I feel like they've taken a bit of the choice you had away, because in my opinion the weapons aren't just a valid choice anymore, they're pointless. But once again, that's just all personal opinion. So now I wanted to talk about this hovercraft. This was the first time I was in this particular hovercraft. I'm usually not a real fan of the vehicles, but once in a while I'll take one, and this one I really liked because it has kind of the same weapon loadout as the Raikkonen with the ETM and the 2 clan extended range medium beam lasers. And I was really happy I made this choice because it felt like a great vehicle, great support role, but you can see that I let a mech up close and it didn't really turn out very good for me, but I did survive it. So I was happy that I made this choice, and it was a lot better than a lot of the mechs I could buy. So whenever you find yourself in a situation you can't really find a nice mech or vehicle you want to play with on a medium to long range map, just take this hovercraft, and I don't know what's the name or the variant is, but you can find it pretty easy because of the weapon loadout. So just try it for once. And that actually brings me to another point I wanted to talk about in this video, and that is that you recognize names in this game. Like, for example, in Battlefield or other games, you play with a million other people, you play with them once, and when you play with them again, you don't recognize them, you don't know that you've played with them before. But in this game you do, and I find it really interesting because when you see someone and you think, should I attack him? You think, have I seen him before? And with some of the names you just know from, well, let's get the hell out of here because you're not gonna win. It's just practically impossible, and that allows for some more advanced tactics, and I really like that. I actually find this game a great example of that, because at the start we had mechwarrior on our team, but then someone of the enemy team he quit, and they had 2 people left, so it was imbalanced. So they asked if anyone could switch, and mechwarrior switched, and from that point out we started losing. Now I don't really know if it's just because he switched teams or something else. It's very hard to tell, but I think it's still a great example of how big a difference some of the people can make for their teams, and I really like that. So it's almost the end of the first episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope have the second one up faster than the first one. Hope to see you next time.